Hello YouTube, so the third video, I'm just on my way to do a PT session. So obviously I'm an online coach, but I also do PT sessions as well. I enjoy doing PT sessions. Online coaching is great, but that face-to-face interaction is something which I've done for 13 years, and I've been doing PT sessions in that garage for 13 years. So I'll do the PT session and then I'll just go out and give you an update on how the week has gone. So as you can see there, I always have to move all the equipment outside before the PT session. I always like to turn up about 20 minutes early just in case the client turns up early. Got a couple of PT sessions to do, a few other things to do today. I need to train, need to go shopping, a few more check-ins to do, but yeah, I'll keep you up to date. Hello, you got your gloves? I brought some as well. It's cold, isn't it?
It is cold today, yeah.
What you on?
Someone just said it's warming up next week.
It's snowing this morning. That's it. Brilliant, well done, good. So I just had a quick look at that and I'm actually quite impressed actually. I think when you start dieting, especially because I've dieted so many times, you just don't look at yourself as much. I remember the first diet I did, I was constantly checking and admiring the differences, but yeah, I've just been sticking to the diet quite well, not been 100%. Training's gone all right, but yeah, pleased with how I'm looking. So I think when I first started doing physique updates on YouTube, I deleted a lot of them. But yeah, there's one from 2016, so obviously it's like 10 years ago. I'm actually 42 now, so I think I'm in good shape for 42. When I looked at that, I just thought, yeah, I'm staying in good shape, and that is drug-free bodybuilding, to be honest. I mean, you see the guys that take gear, when they're not on gear, they tend to go backwards. It's quite a short-lived career, but I'm confident that because I'm drug-free, lifetime drug-free, I'm going to stay in shape forever. Training is just part of my lifestyle. Eating healthy-ish is part of my lifestyle. That's something else that you'll probably see with YouTube, that my diet in the off-season, I'm not super strict. I like a curry. So a place in Accrington that opens at 11 in the morning and you can get a chicken kebab or a curry. And I'm in there sometimes twice a day, but I never put that on my social media, although I have now, because I don't want to demotivate my clients. But in the off season, I have done one strict off season. That's when I had a coach, AJ Morris, and I was super strict. But for me, I can be strict when I need to be. When it comes to a cut, that's when I really go for it and just stick to my diet. But in the off season, I need curries in particular. I need food that I can't make myself, because I don't know how to make a good curry. I'm no good at cooking. And that place in Accrington, Sahad's, is absolutely amazing. You literally just turn up, they've got it's not a traditional place, they've got all the curries already made, and you just pick one. You're just like, yeah, a small portion of that, large portion of that, 2 chapatis, 2 veg samosas, shami kebab. And I've been going there for well over a decade, and it's just absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm pleased with how I'm looking. Actually, on second thoughts, looking at my physique there, I'm all twisted, and it just shows I've been injured around my hip flexor. And my front relaxed, I'm all twisted, the front double bicep all twisted as well. I think it is just a product of being injured and not training abs as well. I've slacked a little bit there, so I've seen it, and I've always been a little bit lopsided like that. When I do my bodybuilding poses, I have to drop my left shoulder down. But I think with more core exercises, that'll sort itself out. So as an update with the diet, 2,100 calories, steps are around 3,000 steps a day, football once a week. Funny story with football last week, it's only a kickabout, So you pay £6, you turn up and play footy with a load of strangers basically, a real mixture of abilities. It's funny because I used to think I was really good at football. I used to think I should have been a pro, but humbling experience, realised I shouldn't have been a pro with things like what happened on Friday. So I've got my insoles in now. I'm out of breath actually. I got my insoles in and I put them in for football, and they give me blisters, so I had to go in the nets, and it was 5-all. We had a corner, 10 seconds to go. They headed it out. It was only a small game. It was about 6v6, and they headed it out. It came to me. I thought I could see a pass through to our striker, so I went for it, passed it to their striker, who then scored. So we lost 6-5. So yeah, it didn't go to plan. So yeah, with my diet going well, like I say, dropped just over 2 kilo now. Definitely in a calorie deficit. I've done loads of different diets, different calories. 2,100 is low for me, but it's working. I'm just eating 3 porridge oats meals a day with 1 chicken, mushroom and veg meal, and it's working. Training is just quick workouts. Literally, the upper body sessions are lasting about 25 minutes. The leg workouts are, some of the leg workouts are just 2 exercises. I did 1 leg workout the other day. There was just 4 sets of walking lunges, and that were it. So I've really changed the way I train. I think just as I got older and I'm not competing, I don't have to like bury myself like I have done when I know that I'm competing. When you know you're competing and you know who you'll be up against, you push hard, you flipping don't leave anything in the tank. Because I'm not competing, I'm probably giving it about 80-90%. So yeah, for anyone that's not been following my channel as well, I think it'd be a good idea to, oh no, I mentioned it last time that I won the Natural Olympia. I've had some good seasons really, but yeah, not competing this year, probably won't compete the year after. They're tough, them contest prep diets. I'd be starting around now, which is early March, and you finish in November. So they're absolutely brutal diets, nearly like 40 weeks. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I'm not doing it at the minute, but I'm just doing this photo shoot diet, which I'm glad is only like 11 weeks. I've got a holiday coming up in Egypt at the beginning of April. So yeah, I should get in decent shape for that. So yeah, that's just an update of where I'm at. So I've just finished my walk there. I'm about to drive home and have the second meal of the day, which is protein oats. It's quite a boring diet. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about like different ways to diet and why some people succeed, some people fail. I think the best way for me to diet is to stick to a meal plan, literally just eat the same thing over and over. But it's good to know how to be flexible as well, because you know, if someone doesn't know how to be flexible, then they're just trapped into a meal plan and they might get bored of it. So a good example is yesterday we went to cinema, me and my girlfriend, and I had a Nando's. So I just sacrificed one of my meals, changed the third meal to allow for a double chicken burger. And if I didn't know how to be flexible, I wouldn't know how to do that. So yeah, I've done 4 proper diets, 4 contest preps. The first 2 were flexible dieting. Every day were different. I love doing it. But then the last 2 that I've done have just been a meal plan. Just prefer it because you don't have to think about what you're eating. Just eat the same thing over and over. Shopping's easier. So yeah, I think when someone first starts dieting, they need a meal plan to start with. You can't just say to them, no, just these are your macros. It's too overwhelming. It's too hard. Give them a meal plan, teach them how to be flexible, and then they find the foods that they like, and then they transition back to a meal plan. So it's like meal plan, flexible, back to a meal plan, but you know how to be flexible. I think once you've learnt flexibility, you're much more likely to succeed with your diet. So you've got to be open to learning that. So yeah, anyone that's looking to, you know, be good at dieting in the long term, you've got to be open to learning about flexible dieting. MyFitnessPal, you know, food tracking apps. I remember when it first come out, someone in the gym said to me, oh, have you seen this app? I said, no way, not for me that, I'm in shape, I don't need that. But really, it took my physique to the next level once I realised that, you know, you control your calorie intake is the main way of getting in shape, not just training all the time. Once you get to grips with that, then yeah, your physique just goes to another level. So the kitchen is a bit of a mess, and to be honest, that last video that I did, I made sure that we were always tidy, but I suppose the more videos I do, oh my god, I've just realised I've not got any oats. That is a bit of a disaster, so I'm going to have to go and get some oats. So yeah, that were a bit of a disaster, not stocked up on porridge oats, and that's one of the benefits actually of sticking to a structured meal plan. Shopping is easy, but you've got to make sure that you've got the stuff in there. So yeah, just a quick trip to Tesco to get my porridge oats. So I've just got my oats. I'll just quickly go back and met those, and then I've got a call in about 30 minutes with potential clients, someone that I've coached before. So the coaching is going well at the minute. I've got about 90 clients, which I'm really happy at. Inquiries have slowed down a little bit recently. I think it is getting harder to get new clients just because there's so many coaches. There's Manjaro, there's AI, but I'm very happy with 90 clients. At one point it was like 127, but I love it. I love helping others. I've always said it, competing in these bodybuilding shows, doing well at the shows gives you a good feeling, but not as much as helping others. And the main reason why I competed in the first place was to become a better coach, to understand about diet, to do diets myself before I could advise other people. And the fact that I've done it drug-free, I think just puts you in a better position. You get so many coaches that have never been in peak shape without taking drugs, which you know, it's just, that's a different topic altogether, which I'll probably do a separate video on that. So yeah, like I say, I'll just nip back, make the porridge and do that call, and I'll see you in the next bit. So I've got my oats, and I don't know if I covered it last time. I have 85 grams of oats. I put in 400 ml of water, microwave it full power for 3.5 minutes, and then, sorry, I've gone over there. And then you put 40 grams of, well, I do 40 grams of protein powder in with it, and then a gram or two of pink Himalayan salts, and it just tastes absolutely amazing. I've actually got some new protein powder. This one, Ghost Cereal Milk, which I give a 9 out of 10. I've got a big sweet tooth, and things like that really satisfy that sweet tooth. I don't see why everyone doesn't have these meals. I mean, I have them 3 times a day. During my contest prep, it were 4 times. They're too good to be true. I've got a sweet tooth. It tastes like a bowl of sugar, and it's so easy. I mean, I'm not a chef at all. I'm not a chef at all, and I hate cooking. But that, and putting it in microwave for 3.5 minutes, and then just putting some protein powder in with it, is as good as it gets. I can't be bothered cooking things. It takes too long. So, and the good thing about this, you can put it in Tupperware, take it to work with you. It's a game changer. So I'm going for the dark chocolate and chocolate protein powder one. It just tastes like a bowl of melted chocolate. It's absolutely amazing. But again, the key ingredient is that. It just makes all the difference in terms of flavour. And I remember the first time I made oats with water and it tasted horrendous. But now it's my favourite meal. So yeah, a lot of people that first try it, they might be like me. They try it and it's absolutely horrible to start with. But persevere with it, because yeah, once you find the right consistency, the right protein powders, it's amazing. So he's not actually confirmed the call yet, this potential client, so hopefully he shows up to it. There's nothing worse than when that happens. I messaged him about half an hour ago. He might even show up to the house. He only lives around the corner. He's been to this house a couple of times because he's a plumber. We had an issue with our bathroom once. So yeah, hopefully he shows up. So a successful call. He's ended up signing up, which is great news. He didn't actually confirm the Zoom call. I ended up just ringing him on WhatsApp. But yeah, he's signed up, and I know I've got a good client because I've worked with him before. So yeah, anyone that doesn't follow me on Instagram, just have a look at some of the results on there. There's been some really good results, especially recently. I think my coaching over the years has improved. I've been doing it for 13 years. Even when I last worked with him, it's improved. I remember when I first started coaching, I remember saying to myself, if I've got 1 in 20 that are sticking to the plan, then that's a good result. But now it's like the majority are sticking to the plan. Not everyone, some people struggle. But yeah, it's just, I've got a good system at the minute that definitely works, teaching people about diet, the weekly check-ins, the video calls that I do with people. It's a good system. The diet's the key thing. The education around diet. You know, there's the meal plan. This is how you can be flexible. It's certainly working. But again, it don't work for everyone. Again, I remember when I first set up, and I was desperate for results. And I remember one client in particular, he won my a competition that I did for coaching. I thought, right, I need a good result with this guy. And I remember taking food round to his house, taking him to gym. I did everything for him, and he still didn't get a good result. So yeah, there's an element of work needed from the client, and obviously the coach can make the process as easy as possible to stick to. But yeah, like I say, at the minute, it's a good system that seems to be working, and yeah, very happy with it. I'm videoing you. Are you going to introduce yourself? Got her gluten-free foods because she's very limited with what she can eat. So do it again.
Get me struggling with the bags.
Yeah, go on. It's your workout. I'm going gym now, so. So I'm going gym now, absolutely full of a cold, which I'll always train. If it's just a cold, it's not too bad. I suppose if it was a flu, I wouldn't train, but I should be all right. And plus the workout, even though it's a leg workout, is not that bad. All I'm going to do today is 2 sets of RDL, 2 sets of leg press, maybe some leg extensions, hamstring curls. Literally, you know, I'm a big fan of having a plan, but at the minute, I've got a loose plan, kind of improvising a little bit, but I'm definitely doing RDL and leg press, probably do leg extensions, hamstring curls, maybe some calf raises. So it's not that bad. I think you can go into workouts like that knowing that you can give it a lot because there's not that much volume. I think the issue with having a training plan and a workout which has got, you know, squats, leg press, RDLs, leg extensions, hamstring curls, adductors, walking lunges. I've done them workouts, and you just leave it absolutely buried and you don't look forward to it, and you hold back a little bit. Potentially you could hold back. I never used to. But yeah, I just think less is more and more is less these days. You can get a good workout, you know, especially if you know what weights to pick, and you'll see that it's going to be a good weight selection, even though I've still got my injury, and they're going to be like sets taken close to failure. So it's like quality over quantity that I'm going to go for today. And you know, the new muscle that you can build at 42 is limited. I proved actually with my last contest prep at 40 that you can build some new muscle. I look better than I've ever looked. But I think now it's more, if I can get some extra muscle, I'll be surprised. Especially with this injury. The injury's just been the killer really. I've just not been able to push with the same intensity, and I know that if I was to compete, I'd just not look nowhere near as good as what I did previously. So you know, that last prep, I was injured. It got me injured that I pushed that much that I was injured, and I'm finally just getting past it now. About like 2 years after finishing it. Well, maybe not that long. So yeah, off to the gym. So I've just finished up my RDLs and the leg press, 2 really good sets per exercise. I just thought I'd talk about the way that I warmed up for the RDL. So my first working set was 195, and the way that I warmed up was just doing a couple of reps per set with lighter weights. So it started like 60 for 2, 100 for 2, 140 for 2, 160 for 2, and then I think I did 180 for a couple of reps, and then straight to 195. Normally my last warm-up set, if it's going to be 195, would be 185. As a little rule, I always like it to be 10 kilogram less than the actual working set. I think that's the best way of doing it, so you don't get injured and you're just getting a feel for the weights as you're pushing up, but you're not tiring yourself out. Too many people do way too many reps with them build-up warm-up sets and jeopardise that all-important first working set. And then after it, I went lighter. It was a top set and a back off set. I did 165. And the good thing about a top set and back off set in general is, I think the term's potentiation. As soon as you've touched that heavy weight, the 195, as soon as I drop to 165, it feels easy. It feels easier than it did on the way up. So on the warm-up set, I did 160 and it felt quite heavy. But because I'd just done 195 and dropped to 165, 165 felt easy. So it's a really good trick in the gym for a lot of exercises to do that heavy set first, lighter set second, because it makes the lighter set feel easier than it would do normally. Really good trick. And then I did leg press, really deep leg press. It was like 280 kilogram that I did. So I used to do 500 plus kilogram on that, but now the range of motion is much more. I'm going much lower, which is more beneficial for your legs. You don't have to go super heavy all the time, especially if the range of motion is no good. So super deep reps, got about 10 reps on both sets. So yeah, that's what, those 2 exercises. I'm absolutely knackered now. So it's just leg extensions, hamstring curls and calf raises next. You got a sticker? What for?
I have no beautiful writer.
Oh, do you not got a sticker?
Beautiful kinetic letters writing. The teacher said I have no sticker.
Oh no.
I have no sticker.
Oh, should we go get you a sticker?
Yeah.
Show me your muscles. That's it. Very good muscles. Thank you. So this is an example of how this particular diet isn't as strict as previous diets, contest prep ones, where I've got to be bang on it with everything, like weighing everything out to the gram. I've got home and my girlfriend has made some spag bowl for the kids, and it's made a big portion of it. She was going to just put some of it in the fridge, and I just thought, why not? I'll have that. My next meal was due to be about 500 calories. I'd say that's approximately 500 calories. I suppose if I were really, really hungry deep into a diet, I'd certainly go for my meal because there's more like veg in there, more filling foods. But yeah, I think that's fine as well. Plenty of protein, not much spaghetti in there as well. So yeah, it's a good meal. So I'm going to wrap up the video there. I've recorded a few clips, but I'm going to keep on top of these videos. I want to keep them once a week at least. Well, definitely once a week and keep on top of it. But yeah, thanks for watching.